do.
I don't know that Feisty has a case. And that's just my opinion. I'm allowed to have that opinion. I didn't say she couldn't go do it. I said go for it.
Lots of opinions out there.
But I just don't think that Gabby's saying, like, but I also don't know exactly what she's trying to sue her for.
Yeah, I think Gabby has more of a case than most people just because of the harassment, just because she has, like, that's
if she
simple.
if she would file it correctly, but her not filing it correctly.
If you can't file it correctly, you'll never be able to. But if you've got text messages and comments online, like all of that, and you can just get all of that together, and like, yeah, that is a.
I mean, I've seen people do it. That girl did it against Mama Delulu.
Cyberbullying.
Because they continued to call CPS to her house. And that girl got a protective order.
Because that's the state resources, and the states take that stuff seriously. That's like basically costing money. Whereas, words, you could argue it's like it's not hurting it's not hurting. There's no damages to be had. But the state takes its damages.
420 wants to come up, or did you say no? Can a lawyer subpoena Reddit and the boys?
Can a lawyer subpoena?
I mean, they can.
420 News wants a box.
They can.
Again, it's always everybody else gets to run the platform. I'm just getting tired of it. Like you really are about to turn me back to the old me. It made me just fucking mad.
Right.
Please no, she talks too much.
Because the whole point was we were going to do a deep dive.
I'll let her up to answer what I'm asking. So I just want to, if you take litigation against her, what specifically are you trying to take litigation up for?
Oh, and the boys Guna crash out.
I'm sorry. I had to turn my Bluetooth off.
Guna.
Oh, you're fine.
I had to turn my Bluetooth off. What's going on now?
If you took her to court, what exactly are you trying to take her to court for? Like what specifically, is it for defamation?
Retaliation.
If a lawsuit is filed, the opportunity
let me turn off.
to have to request discovery is gonna be insane.
Sorry, let me turn off text-to-speech real quick. Hey, y'all are grounded for a minute. All right, you can go.
I'm sorry, chat. The retaliation that she is doing towards me because of the 2 calls that I made to the Department of Family and Children's Services is actually a crime. But because I live in Ohio and she lives in Florida, it's kind of like a moot point to try. It wouldn't be an extraditable offense. So my attorney is not. We're filing a civil suit for the retaliation. I also told her in the cease and desist that I did not give her consent to put me or anything of my likeness in her book. And she proceeded to insinuate and leave us to believe all the way up to today that we are all still listed in that book. So I'm waiting to see if she is listed me in that book. And if she is, that's another reason. She cannot put us in a book without our consent. It doesn't matter. And Kayl1e, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a business owner. Okay. I have an LLC up here in Ohio. I pay my, I wish that I could tell you. I'm not going to tell you everything I know here on the internet because there's enough fuckery going on. I really wish that you would speak to me off of here so I can have a conversation with you. I can give you phone calls, recorded phone calls, documentation, and proof that you are being snowballed. Does she have people coming for her? Yes, ma'am. She's got some really, really nasty, nasty people on a Discord that are doing some very vile, nasty things to her. I'm not a part of that. I'm not on Reddit. I got permanently banned off of Reddit a year and a half ago. Okay? So I'm not even on Reddit. All this stuff going on, these lives that are being held and people bitching and raising hell about what you did last night. Get your bag, girl. Get your fucking bag. I'm not mad that you made any money over here. I was upset because I was muted 5 minutes in the live and I had to sit there and listen to her.
You didn't have to sit there and listen to.
Well, I didn't, but for legal purposes,
Making sure you don't have to.
I understand, sir.
Okay.
I'm being respectful.
Also,
okay?
I'm being respectful too, but hold on. I also want to say one more thing that it's not illegal for somebody to write something down about anybody. They could, as long as it's the problem is if it's a blatant lie that you can prove
The things that she's saying, sir, is a blatant lie.
Well, you haven't read the book yet, have you? So you can't know that. So but go ahead.
We haven't
Go ahead.
necessarily read it, but she's read it to us 100,000 times on the internet, sir. I mean, she goes out of her way to tell us we're in that book. Okay,
Until it's on the page, though, I'm saying you can't say that it is. You see what I'm saying? She can say things, and that's a different thing. Until it's on the page, published out there, then that's different.
As I was saying, I would love to have an offline conversation with you where I can give you hard factual proof. I will give you everything I have. Okay? It's not medical records on a toddler. It is her behavior. I have several very close people that have walked away from her in the past 72 hours that are extremely concerned about that little boy. And I just would like for you to take a look at it. As for the billboard situation happened the first time she lied on me. I told her if she did not stop lying on me on this app, telling people I was calling CPS on her, I was going to let all of Cape Coral know who she was. I was pissed, and if I could have made it happen, I would have made it happen. And I actually got it verified through the police department that it wasn't against the law as long as I didn't use any of her personal identifying information. Okay? Mm-hmm. I was just trying to get her to, I can't explain to you how much of a whirlwind this has been for me just since January alone. You know what I mean? And I know it's easy. Don't watch her. But when she's sitting in front of thousands of people, lying on you, sending people out here, there's one account specifically that uses my best friend's unalived son. Every time we turn around, it's a new account. There's a lot of shit going on the back end, Kaylee. And
Can I take a second, though? Because, again, it's hard if you just diarrhea, like paragraphs and paragraphs.
Listen, I'm not doing that. Kaylee, I'm being very respectful.
I don't think it's trying to be respectful, but it's like, y'all have to understand that it can be hypocritical when it's like, she can't write about me, but I can write about her.
Bingo. You did it you're saying you did it on a sign out in the middle of the street. She's doing it on a book that's probably 5 people are going to read.
It didn't happen. What are you talking about?
But you wrote an article, right?
I've written several articles on several people on this app, not just Gabby.
I understand, but I'm just saying it's still one on her with her. Did it have her name in it, her likeness, anything?
Excuse me. As a licensed freelance journalist, I can write what I want to write, okay? I hold a license, okay? And I don't understand why me writing an article on a medium is any different than you sitting here talking about it in front of thousands of people on TikTok.
They are different.
Because I wrote it down?
Yeah, they are different.
Well, you're saying the same thing about that. That's just my point, though, is like, how come everybody, like, I get, okay, so ultimately, what I get.
One bad word. Hold on, I'm gonna address something. I haven't said a bad word about her, and I'm probably gonna lose followers because I've been defending her today. I don't think what she did.
But who cares?
I mean, I really don't care. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if that's what it's about, then that's pathetic, in my opinion, for people.
Talking about Kayla was making money off of this.
What I did say was I'm going to start doing sub-only chats myself because Gabby has ran all over this app bitching and crying that people are making money off of her back while she sat boxed up to you last night while you received subs. I'm not mad that you did it. That's on you. Make your bag, girl. But Gabby is picking and choosing.
Stop saying it like it's about her.
Gabby is picking and choosing.
It's not about making money, though. I did it to stop the bullying.
What I'm saying is Gabby is picking and choosing what is okay and what is not okay. She can't get mad at me.
Y'all are too. Y'all are picking and choosing what y'all deem is good parenting and what is not good parenting. If CPS has not removed that child,
the state of
Florida said that the child, that the child can be there, and y'all are saying that they're wrong.
Judge, jury, executioner, you get to make the determination. It's not
Y'all
the
are
state
saying
that
that the
actually
court of public opinion is more important
You're
than.
grouping me in. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sit here and allow you to group me in with the masses. I am one human being. Okay.
call
Now,
CPS
I'm
twice,
not going to
correct?
be grouped in with the masses.
Did you call
I'm gonna-
CPS twice? You did. I didn't call CPS on
I
anybody
called
ever in my life.
CPS when she slapped him across his face.
Okay, which is not a crime, but go ahead. Go off.
Okay. You know, she's on here spouting all day long that this baby is disabled and they're protected by law. They're protected by law.
Do y'all understand though that y'all are the ones that demand she show these things? That the people all in the
demand her to
crowd,
show me nothing.
maybe you don't, but everyone there, and then y'all get mad at her. She has mental health issues, and
you
then y'all
understand
get
that I
on.
speak on her when she goes live and she spews bullshit lies about me. 90% of the time, I'm doing my own thing at home. I might make a few videos commentating on what I see across the streets, just like you do.
you explain
But
to
I'm
me
not.
Why does it
holding
matter though? Who cares
not
if it's
holding my-
Gabby and
Explain
she's a
how
shitty person?
CPS
Who cares?
Explain how calling CPS was because of her saying lies about you. Please
I
explain
didn't
how
call
that.
CPS because she said lies about
Oh,
me.
okay.
I
So
called
it wasn't
CPS
just about
because
it.
she
Okay.
openly abused her son in front of hundreds of people.
So
And
that's not
just
the only
because
reason
you
you
don't
called
see
her.
something and
Okay.
say something doesn't mean I can't see something and say something.
Okay, but
But if I
if I pass
CPS
somebody in a
deemed
Walmart-
it that she is
ma'am,
that
ma'am,
the
you
baby's.
you are misinformed. CPS has not deemed anything. CPS has her under an active safety plan, and that's what
Okay.
they do. Ma'am, that's what they do
For
in
physical
Florida.
abuse.
Ma'am, no, ma'am.
It's not for
her
physical
mental
abuse.
health.
For her
No,
mental
ma'am,
health,
for
it's
her
not for
mental-
physical abuse. That is my point. Y'all are saying things and y'all can get in trouble for defamation and slander.
Because you have the paper and you can read it and you know. You're
And
literally passing
prove.
it out.
Y'all are saying that she's physically abusing her child.
Ma'am.
Okay, y'all don't have to agree, but y'all can fight it out
I'm
in
not
court, and that's
saying
what I
that
said. I
agree
don't.
with you, but that
I
wasn't the
don't
extent-
think,
ma'am, that was not the extent of my report to the Department of Family and Children Services. That was the reason why I called them. That was not the extent of my report. I'm not telling you she has a safety plan because of her physical abuse. I've never made that claim on here. I never said it. Okay. But that was not the extent of my report. I'm telling you, that's the reason that I called. And it was on more than one occasion. She was dragging him by his arms off the bed, hitting him in his face. She's putting fucking pills in his mouth every night at 4:30 in the evening.
what
And,
pills? Hold on, that's a hell of an accusation. What
No,
pills?
ma'am, she's giving him melatonin every night.
Is
at 4:30.
melatonin illegal?
Not necessarily, no.
No, I think that's a no.
When she's using it to put him in a room by 5 o'clock so she can entertain the internet. Until
Did you
2 in the
report
morning.
this to CPS?
Yes, that's why she has to do drug screens and pill counts.
And you're positive that that's why she has to do drug screens and pill counts
talking
because
to
she
the-
gives the
Ma'am,
baby
I can't
melatonin.
disclose things like you. I can talk to you
But
privately.
I do know for a fact that the CPS workers, because I am a mandated reporter, that they're not going to give you all those kinds of details.
I'm not telling you that they are giving me those details, but I am telling you that I am in contact with the supervisor in Tallahassee. I have been in contact with her since June, and I can discuss this with you privately.
Are they disclosing information to you that they
I
shouldn't
can
be disclosing
discuss
to you?
this
Is
with
that what we're
her. I can discuss this with you privately, Kaylee. Okay, I cannot talk to you about this in front of 1.2 thousand people. I can't.
And that's fine. I get that. But what I'm saying, like, when y'all come on and y'all want me to call her a child abuser and all of these things, maybe not you, I'm talking about all the people, because I just made it sub-only chat again, because people cannot control themselves and act like adults, that I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to sit in a courtroom like anybody else for defamation and slander. I'm not doing that. You can't call someone like a safety plan. She has not been convicted of child abuse. She has not been charged with child abuse. That safety plan specifically, hold on, because it's all been shared. Everybody's shared it. people don't realize they're taking advantage of someone who has mental health issues. The people who are talking to her and then share it because she has mental health issues and she thinks everybody's her friend. And then they take the stuff from her and then they go share it everywhere because she doesn't understand those boundaries.
And because people can go make their bags, because people are cool with making clips.
And it's fun.
And
people have built a community off of bullying and hurting. Okay, when there is a federal, I'll believe it when I see the federal case. I see people on this app all the time talking about how the FBI is involved and this and that. Like, it's crazy. Like, this is just excessive, man.
And for all this FBI shit and everything else, that's going on a whole nother level from somebody else. I have no knowledge other than what's being told. You understand what I'm saying about FBI and all that stuff? I have no knowledge. All I know is what I've been told by that investigator down there in Florida. Okay. I know what I've been told by my attorney. I know what I've been told by the police department up here. I don't know anything else about, I mean, it's being talked about, but I don't know it to be a fact. You know what I mean? I haven't seen it to be a fact. I was told that the attorney general's office was sitting behind her in the courtroom when they went to court. Is there any paperwork to prove it? No. But this shit is so deep. And all because I decided to stream her one night on a January. Here I am. My platform wasn't built around Gabrielle Jacobson. I'm a crafty bitch. I do 3D prints and candles and all kinds of stuff. But she stood on that platform and lied on me for over a week. And I defended myself. And this is what it's turned into. And I agree with you. I wholeheartedly. She is got some really nasty people doing some nasty shit to her. Nasty shit. But she has to hold herself accountable too.
I don't disagree that she has to hold herself accountable. I have said that. I mean, I have told her that. It's just when people like, she's not the only problem. It's the people streaming her. It's the people watching her. It's the people commenting. It's the people going in boxes about it. That is all a part of the problem.
But you realize that people stream her to keep the hate out of her chat, right? You do realize that's why that came about?
No, they stream her because they don't want to give her the views. They want to take her views, and they can all go to their own thing and talk about it.
Well, hold on.
Build clout in their own little circles.
Listen, I'm trying really hard to be respectful because I think you're a nice lady and all, but I don't know who this is up above me, but this could have been a really good conversation without him.
It can be, but I feel like y'all are all trying to back me into a corner.
I'm not trying to back you into any corner. I respect
whoever Mexican homie had up today, where like I'm going to be honest. It seems like this person who had a different belief than everybody else, it seems like everybody attacked this person until they agreed with them. And that's shit I'm never going to get behind on the internet. I don't,
ma'am. You're talking about Pippi. She made one video and gave her opinion on Gabby. And, there's a whole lot of people that don't like Gabby. So they stitched her video and gave their opinions on her video. And she proceeded to make over 150 videos going after every single person that was speaking on Gabby. And all of us went back and forth for a few minutes. But the other night, she came into that live and we all sat for 3 hours and we had a decent adult conversation. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Nobody backed her into a corner. I respect your opinion. I was just telling them earlier tonight on Favorited, everybody wants somebody to take up for them. And this is the first time that Gabby has ever had somebody of this magnitude stand up and say, y'all are wrong. And in some aspects, you are right. There are people doing horrible things to her. But when you keep saying y'all, I mean, I'm feeling like you're attacking me. I'm not doing this shit to her.
But that's the problem is that everybody is like, y'all, but that's the truth. Everybody thinks they're being singled out and whatever.
How many lives have you been in this week about Gabby? How many hours, how many minutes this week would you say that you spent talking about Gabby on live?
I've been in lives probably about 3 or 4 times this week. I've been kind of busy.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I have a life, sir.
How many hours?
But other than that, y'all focus on Gabby. Like, that is everyone's prime. Like, and I'm not like, sure, make y'all's bag. That's fine. But
girl.
at some point it's parasocial and it's obsessive. Like I'm sorry, that's just how I feel about it. And I get it, and people don't have to agree with me, but like Gabby is not my sole content, but yet everybody wanted to go on and be like, Kayl1e made $4,000. I don't know where the hell people pulled that number out their ass from, but I made $50 in gifts last night. And then the people that wanted to hate subscribe to me so that they could talk shit about Gabby, I made 50 subs. So it's just the spread of lies.
I've been subscribed to you for 2 months.
No, you have. No, I know. Not. I'm talking about all the other people. It's just when I understand that there are.
Because I don't want to disrespect your platform, but for you to allow a man to continue to sit in here and talk to a woman the way that he's been talking to a woman, that, I've got. It doesn't. I don't even know who this man is. I don't even know who he is. Why are you allowed to talk to it?
Does it matter who I am?
Because it matters on the...
It doesn't matter. I'm sitting here having a respectful conversation with you. You're trying to defend Gabby, saying she's being bullied while you have a whole-ass man in your box talking down to me, and I don't even know who he is.
But you're saying I'm defending Gabby. I'm not trying to defend Gabby. It has nothing to do with defending Gabby. It's about if she broke the law or not. And people, like, if y'all want to go to court and y'all want to claim that she defamed you, then that's fine. I don't think you have a case. I think that people do harass her, and I think that it is extremely toxic and degrading to do this to somebody with mental health issues who has mental health. And she will probably hate me for sitting up here and saying that. I don't care.
I appreciate that you care so much about her mental health, but what about the mental health of the people that are going into her live looking for an out and they're watching her shit?
But they're choosing to go in there. She's just going live and they're coming in there. Y'all don't have to watch her. That is the reality. Just like people don't have to watch me.
I'm not talking about us. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the vulnerable people, the woman that just left the hospital from losing her baby, scrolling or doing whatever, going into a live where Gabby is faking miscarriages and everything else. What about those people?
That person has a
them?
Let them go sue if they want to sue.
What about them? What about our African American community that was told that brown is not a human skin color?
She took accountability for that. She took accountability, and but that's just it. So you expect her to apologize to every single person personally and message them?
No, I expect her to apologize to the people that she has affected directly. And I just so happen to be one of them. And I thought last night when I got in your box that you were going to try to like facilitate some type of peace here.
I was going to. And then at the end, you said you weren't going to speak to her at all. You said, no, she's done too much.
I don't feel like she needs to be coddled because she sits on that platform 10 toes down.
My question is, are all of y'all's past and histories clean?
I have a history. I'm a recovering addict. I've never claimed to be.
So why are we throwing stones from glass houses? Is my point. That's what I do on this app.
Ma'am, I would have never even gone after Gabby if she would not have blatantly lied on me over and over and over again. I was just a watcher.
Well,
but you streamed her, right?
That was not in the beginning. No, ma'am. I did not start streaming her until when I start. In like April. I started streaming her around April.
But do you see but then you announced to everybody that you called CPS on her instead of just because when I call CPS on people, I don't make an announcement about it because I don't need anybody to clap for me. I did it because I cared about the kid. That's the problem here is everybody wants to be Batman. Everybody wants to be fucking Batman and like this vigilante shit. And it like, if you truly, and I'm not like, I get it. I believe that you care about the kid, but it was for your own gain to make the announcement that you called CPS on her twice.
I said it out of anger. It was not for my own gain, and I won't let you say that about me. It was out of anger. I was in the middle of a live, and she had pissed me off really bad, and I don't know about you, but when I get to going, I'm really mad. Shit just spews out of my mouth, kind of like he said, diarrhea. You know what I mean? And I just out of nowhere, I just said, I called CPS. It was like,
but she does the same thing. She talks out of her ass and doesn't know what she's saying sometimes. She's not the brightest crayon in the box.
I feel like we're just going to agree to disagree.
That's fine, but y'all won't be that way. Agree to disagree. There's 1,600 people in here right now talking shit. Y'all are calling for a mass unfollowing of me. That's your friends, though. That's y'all's people. Y'all are a community.
Your crew. These are the people that you've been in the lives with.
I made this very clear, and I made a lot of people very upset with me, and I'll say it in front of 1,700 people right now. I've got 5 fucking friends. 5 friends, okay?
I ain't got none.
I've got 5 friends. Now these TikTok women that I deal with, I love them to death. They're very passionate women, but I deal with 5 women off this app. I have 5 friends. That's it. I don't appreciate being grouped in with all this. And while you're doing your research, make sure to pull all the clips where I'm telling these people to knock it the fuck off. I'm telling them to stop it. I got Swifty over here getting sub lives, replaying all of our lives at night line, and she's the one sending her. And I just found out tonight that she has sent shit to Gabby's house twice.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
But my name is on a desk. You know what I'm saying? Gabby's got these people doing this stuff to her. She knows who's doing it, Kayla, and she's not doing it to them. She's coming after us.
The thing is, though, if it is, then like you don't even have to fucking do anything. Like if you're not the one doing it, you go to court and you say, I didn't do it. She would have to prove it. I understand that it's annoying and people talking shit about you and everybody feels like they have to stand up for themselves, but you don't. The crazy thing is you don't owe any of these people anything. Just like Gabby didn't owe it to any of y'all to prove whether her kid has autism or not. It's not any of y'all's fucking business. It's not anybody's business. It's really not. Now, calling CPS if the child was actually in danger and all that, and clearly she's on a safety plan, and that's fine. But she is cooperating.
You know, Gabby sat on her platform yesterday in front of everybody and swore up and down. I called this school or said something about CPS was at the school or something like that. And somebody that doesn't even like me had to get in her box and tell her, Gabby, Feisty didn't do that. Somebody came in my chat yesterday afternoon and said that Cam had been removed from the school. And I said, we're not doing that over here. I said, don't do that. And Gabby fucking ran with that shit all day yesterday morning until somebody that can't even stand me got in her box and said,
how many times have y'all been to court though? Could you understand? Well, then all the people who have a big platform of all the people who is it the ones that she's blaming? Are they the ones with the most followers? Because she's paranoid.
Well, I can talk to you off here, and I actually recorded it. I actually recorded the call that I had last night with somebody pertaining to Gabby, and I was told that the reason why she's coming so hard for us is because if she takes the big accounts down, everybody else will leave her alone. I have a 39-minute phone conversation with somebody. But even
then, is that not what people want? Is for her account to be taken? I mean, that's kind of just what everybody on this app does.
And it's like she's defending herself to try to keep from being harassed, and then like
everybody is just trying to defend themselves.
Yes, on her were people that might be trying to continue to harm her or take her child away or do these other acts. It's not a far reach, especially for somebody.
You're breaking up, and the boys.
That you're saying that she's. Okay, I'm on the internet. I don't know.
So last night when we were talking, and I was in the box it was just me and you, Kayl1e, and I told you, I said, I don't want to see him taken away from her, but he does need to be taken from her custody until her mental health is better, right? You agreed with me.
I said I could understand. I don't agree with the kid being taken away from her. I don't agree with that. I don't. If CPS does not find that she needs to have the child removed, I don't agree that the child needs to be removed. I have specifically said that it is not, and though I don't like it, and morally I don't agree with physical punishment, it's not illegal. Is it sad that it's not illegal? Yes.
It's not, ma'am. I think you're a little stuck on the physical stuff because I brought, the initial report was made because he got slapped in the face. It's not physical. Okay, it's the fact that she couldn't hold a job for more than 14 days. All right. She gave up a little bit of financial stability that baby could have so she can sit on this app all morning long, all afternoon long, rage bait and push and push and push. And I told you last night, my attorney is going to get a statement from that GM down there. And as soon as they let me release it to you, or I'm allowed to give it, I swear to God, I'll give it to you. I don't have nothing to hide, okay? But she got fired for insinuating that she'd done something to somebody's drink down there. She got fired because she sat on that freaking internet every morning from 9:30 to 10 o'clock right there at the front door of Dunkin'. She literally took her shirt off and changed it in front of her employment, okay? She was screaming at
Is
her
that
phone.
illegal? I don't even know if that's
No, it's not
illegal.
illegal.
If
No, it's
people
not
don't
illegal, but
like
if you
it,
want
that's fine. But
Ma'am,
like,
But ma'am, if you don't want nobody to know where you're working, you told her that yourself. You're not going to sit out there and take pictures with your
I
uniform.
don't think
okay
that
to
she
harass
really
her? Is it okay
realized,
to
like, yeah,
harass
just
her?
because she showed her
does. She
job,
did
it's
it-
not
She
okay.
did it on purpose. This isn't the first time that this has happened. I don't know if this is the first few times that you've
But
reported on
why
her.
is it your
Is
responsibility?
it okay?
It's not my responsibility.
But
she's
y'all are
accusing-
making it y'all's responsibility.
No, ma'am, I've never called. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You called
I'm just
CPS
telling you,
twice.
it's a pattern of behavior. She did the
That's a
same
pattern of
stuff
behavior.
3 years ago. She shows where she's at because she wants people to call so she can get on here and play victim. She knows people are going to do it to her. That's why she shows every move she makes. Because I know you don't understand it. I don't understand
It's not that I don't understand it. I understand that she has mental health problems. I think that y'all don't understand. I think that all of these people, y'all like, I'm serious. Y'all are going above and beyond, and y'all are not CPS. Y'all are not the police, who are the court of public opinion. And it doesn't matter if she shows her job. It doesn't matter. Y'all
That's not
are the
illegal.
ones that don't like it.
Ma'am, listen. Nobody called her flipping job.
Do you have proof of that?
I know. Well, have her prove it. Have her
Okay,
prove
but
it.
then neither of you can prove it.
I didn't call her job.
Nobody
I
called her
didn't call
job.
her
but the
job.
onus is on
I
her.
don't know if anybody. We stood
If-
on our platforms for weeks and said, "Don't call that fucking store." We told anybody that would listen to us, "Don't."
But they're
call.
not going to.
Well,
They're
that-
fucking
but-
crazy. They called a welfare check to my house. These people are fucking crazy.
But we
It doesn't
did
matter
our-
if you tell
You're
people
telling them
don't.
She's a danger to the
At least
child.
You
we
are,
did
yes,
our
y'all are
part, though.
inciting and saying that she's a danger to her child. So it makes people think that they
That's
need
the
to
right
call
move.
on her, that it's the right move, that she shouldn't be
Actually, you're
working.
wrong. We've told people to stop calling. We've told
But
people
that
to-
doesn't. Okay,
But
but
if you
do
say-
you say she's a danger to her child? Is she a danger to her child?
can't
Should she
control
have the child
anybody.
taken away?
I cannot control anybody but myself. The only thing I can do is stand on my platform.
You have
and
a
tell
responsibility when you have a platform, though.
them- Yes, that's why I tell them stop bullying her, stop calling, don't call that job. That's my responsibility.
She's a danger to her
Not by
child-
people
to her
that I
child.
don't agree with it,
It's
and
a-
that's exactly what I
But you
did.
just said that she needs to have her child removed until her
Force-feeding
mental
him-
health is better.
Force feeding him
I
pills.
wholeheartedly believe that he needs to be safe until her mental health is better. Yes, ma'am. And as a, that's my
Removed.
opinion.
Yes, but you're
yes,
sharing that with hundreds of people.
I'm
Vigilante
allowed to
justice.
do that. That's my opinion. on her.
Exactly. And
legal.
Gabby is allowed to have her opinions too. She's allowed to, if she
allowed-
wants to change her shirt in front of Dunkin' Donuts, she can do that.
There's a big difference between opinions and slander.
Yes, there is.
There's a big difference between opinions and
Correct.
slander. I'm 46
What is the
years old.
slander? What is the slander that
and
she has
libel.
done, though?
Her slander is accusing me of doing all of these horrible things to her and calling her son's school and calling her job and all of these things and accusing me of crimes. Using an investigator down there to divulge himself and all of my personal history, get my IP addresses and everything else. There was 10 subpoenas sent to TikTok because of Gabby. I talked to him myself over the phone. He sent 10 subpoenas to TikTok because Gabby told him she's being cyberbullied and harassed and all that. This is real shit.
I don't practice
I
law
don't
in
have to
Florida
lie
or
about
Ohio,
this.
but I'm pretty
And
sure
he
the
also
police
told
want
me
you
that
to
he
prove she
told
doesn't
her.
lie, that she
He
doesn't
also,
know.
I can show you the email. He also told her that she needed to get off of the app. And she told him this was how she made her extra money and that she wasn't getting off the app. And he told me that the only way they were going to be able to get her off of this app was by a court order. That's what he told me.
I don't even know that,
I don't think that works like that. either.
that's not, it doesn't work like that.
Look, I have email correspondence with him. His name is John. And actually, if you were watching Mexican Homies live tonight, she freely shared supposed text messages between herself and John about these investigations where she's going in and dropping names. Well, can you get Mexican Homie? He's a real big problem. He's a huge creator. He's messing up my platform. Can you go over here?
Because it is. So when y'all say things and y'all say that she's abusing her child and she's doing this and that is defamation, if she can get a good attorney and go to court,
File properly.
File properly, like she would have a case for harassment and defamation. Like, I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that is true.
Because y'all have the documents.
I haven't harassed her. I've never reached out to her privately. She has messaged me on the back end one time. She cussed me out because I said her son was beautiful. She jumped in my box one time and cussed me out again because I said her son was beautiful. I've never contacted Gabby aside from her being served last Friday at 1:00.
What is she doing? Why is she not? Like calling CPS.
I called CPS because I seen something and I said something, and I don't care who.
I'm just letting you know there is another creator that got a protective order against somebody else for this exact thing, for calling CPS and continuing to go online and talk about it.
Ma'am, I'm not continuing to go online and talk about it. I discuss it just like you're discussing it right now.
When did you call CPS?
But I don't call CPS on people.
When did you call CPS the first time?
My report was a justified report.
When did you call CPS the first time? Can you give me a date?
I don't know the exact date now.
Can you give me a month?
I don't feel.
Was it this month?
No, it was. Let me see. January, February, March. It was around April.
So April to May.
Why is she not allowed to have a platform? Why can she not get online? What's wrong with her clam slamming? Like, I don't.
I think her clam slams are funny.
I do too.
Gabby's a funny girl. It's not that she can't have a platform. It's the fucking rage baiting that's out of this world.
But why can't, but that's part of the internet. That's what people do.
I mean,
it's not illegal. It's not illegal to lie. I know y'all don't like it, but it's not illegal.
It's not illegal to lie, but it is illegal to lie and receive funds from it.
That is true.
It is illegal to lie and receive funds. All right. And a lot of what she is doing, she is receiving funds on the back end from it. She talks to these people and she tells them all these things that she's dealing with in life. She makes them feel really bad. They're shooting her freaking cash apps and all this stuff. Actually, I'm waiting on the receipt, but I'll go ahead and tell you here. There is a young lady that came into the live last night after your live ended. It was another creator's live, and she had sent Gabby $250 in a cash app, and Gabby proceeded to block her. And when she came into that live last night and was talking about it, now Gabby is messaging her on the back end, threatening her with all kinds of stuff. I've received a few of the messages, but I'm waiting on the Cash App receipt because that's all I fucking care about. If there's a Cash App receipt involved, then then that's all I care about. But messages,
the whole internet. We can't. That's look. Let me say something serious though. Like, that is the internet. Like, what, like the news, like traditional news is even the same way. It's not even like everything has turned into this sensationalism, extremism that like you'll read a headline and it is way different than what is actually in the article itself. And that is just the nature of how this all functions. We can't indict the whole internet. I mean, that's just what it is.
But y'all are hyper focused on Gabby.
I would say take a breath. Like, go on some walks, maybe go a week without being in lives about this. Like, find some other hobbies. You're a crafter, get into your crafts, like go back to making content about those things. Like, I even think about that for this person.
You do realize when Gabby went to that meeting that day,
I don't know what day, what meeting.
I deleted.
I'm not so into her that I know.
I'm sorry, but it was like 2-3 weeks ago when she went to that freaking child advocacy center with that baby. I took down every bit of my content of her. I said I won't say another word about her unless she gets on here and starts running her fucking mouth about me again. I privated every video. I took a lot of heat for that, by the way. And then she got on here 18 days later, not even 2 weeks later, excuse me, and ran her fucking. She came even harder. I took all my content down. I put a good step forward. I didn't say another fucking word.
I believe it's in good faith. Listen, here's another thing. She has a built-in incentive, the interesting structure of all of like TikTok and like the battling and the rage baiting and all that. She has an incentive for you to continue doing that. Like,
all of y'all screaming and doing all that stuff, that just amplifies it. Like, so why would she want you to take it down? Of course she should call you out. Like, that's what they should go around and do, is like, you know, hit up all their haters every now and then and keep them
That's
flamed
exactly
up.
what I did. The people that tried to call a welfare check on me, I went after them very well, I might say.
That's
because when you threaten somebody's motherhood, that's a threat.
It's not threatening her motherhood, okay? I really need you to
take her
just
child away.
I need you to really dig. Ma'am, listen, I'm trying so hard.
So am I.
I know, and I get it, and I don't want to have any beef with you, because I think you're a wonderful person. I appreciate your objectiveness and your open-mindedness, and Gabby does need somebody to help her, you know, kind of hone herself in, and you might just be the one. You know what I mean? Because you are being so objective. But it's, you know, I'm just basing off of what I've seen with my own two eyes. I'm not basing stuff off of clips of videos. I've watched the lives. I've watched her.
But y'all are micro-analyzing every single thing she does.
I get quite frustrated.
People are zooming in on her countertops and are like, oh, she's got a piss test.
That's not me, ma'am. That's not me. I get quite frustrated with the micro-analyzing, because I wasn't a perfect mother either. Okay. We do make mistakes. We do, you know, we all make mistakes as parents, but it's every single freaking day. She's coming on here with all this mess. If your baby's autistic, that's fine. But you tell me a mother of an autistic child, that's all day long. I've got an autistic son. I've got to do that. My autistic. They're not freaking just like using them for content.
Lots of people do that, though. I mean, unfortunately, the laws don't agree with y'all.
I don't think I'm not wording it right, and it's not coming across right.
I understand that y'all don't like her morals and y'all don't like her values, and I don't agree with them either. But that does not mean that we get to harass somebody off of this app.
So if I would have been walking in Walmart, right, just for hypotheticals, if I'd have been walking down the aisle in Walmart and I'd have seen Gabby and Cameron there and she slapped him in the face, would you expect me to say something then?
I mean, it would just depend. It would depend. There are things that qualify as abuse and things that don't.
I know, I understand what you're saying, but that's extremely disheartening, because, you know, I don't know what your childhood history is, but I was abused by my mother. And to this day,
my parents beat the shit out of us.
Yeah. So to this day, I still flinch. And I think that, you know, this day and age, we shouldn't be putting our hands on our children at all, especially if they're disabled.
I agree, but it's not illegal.
It is illegal to abuse disabled children. It is illegal to strike a disabled child.
Okay, but y'all say that he doesn't have autism.
Well, she says.
So is he disabled or is he not? That's what I'm saying. Y'all
I haven't seen it. The only medical documentation that I seen was her 0-HCG pregnancy test. That's all I saw.
But that's like, everybody microanalyzes everything. She shouldn't have even had showed y'all that, but she feels an obligation to listen. The fact that I just think everybody's hyper obsessed with this, and if y'all would quit talking about her, it would go away.
Well,
but people won't.
Talking about us, so you know.
Okay, it's tit for tat, and you have to accept that.
You've got to stop. You can't keep talking about people if you don't expect a response. And I started it off by stopping it all. I deleted all the videos. I shut my mouth and I moved on. And she came back on this app, 10 toes down, running 100 miles an hour. She's going to continue to get a response if she keeps speaking on me, especially in 2,000 viewer lives, because the things that she's saying about me aren't true. Now, like I said, I can talk to you privately, and you would be very interested in some of this information that I do have, and it could possibly help Gabby, but I'm not going to be pushing this shit all over the internet. There's too much going on already.
I agree. I think that it's a bad idea to put anything else like that online.
I don't want to keep going back and forth like this. I've said it 100 times, but Gabby does have legitimate people doing fucked up shit to her, and she needs to focus on them instead of the people that are just speaking their opinions on her public behavior. I'm sorry if you guys are upset and you disagree with why I made a call to DCF, but I felt like she's out of control.
I don't
He's out
disagree
of
for
control.
you calling CPS if you think that he was truly in danger. I don't disagree with that. I do believe that, see something, say something. I wouldn't be mad at you if you were the person in Walmart that called the, CPS because you saw someone smack their kid in the face. I agree. But what I don't like is the continued, we've got to get this woman out of here. Bring her to the town square and let's stone her. That's the thing that I can't get down with, because what happens when she unalives herself and then that kid has to live with that?
What happens when she unalives him because she's up all night long, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and she can't stay awake long enough to watch him during the day, and he goes in there and continues to cook his own tortillas?
What happens when y'all win and he ends up going into the foster care system and then he gets abused?
Sir, I'm not. This is not.
We're talking all kinds of hypotheticals.
This is not. This is not a game. It's not a win.
It's not a game. That's not a game.
But
The
exactly.
system is not a game either.
To me at all. It's really not a game to me at all. Everybody's so concerned about Gabby's mental health and everything else. What about his mental health? Listening to his mom scream at a screen all day long. What about his mental health?
People do that all day long. It's not. That's not. I think that
mental health when he's walking in and hitting his mom on the behind, and she says, "It's okay, your daddy does it too." What about his mental health when he's walking in and her legs are up in the air? She just did that the other day, ma'am. Do you want the clip? He was in there smacking her on her ass, and she says, "It's okay, Cam. Daddy does it too." His mental health matters just as much, if not more.
Your mental health matters too. I'm worried about you just as much.
That's the thing is it's concerning that how obsessed people are with this. Y'all are so invested, and I really think y'all need to take a step back.
Reevaluate.
Me going through and watching live streams and watching clips and speaking my opinion on what she's doing publicly on the internet makes me obsessed with her?
A little bit, yeah. If you're doing it all day, every day, you literally could tell me what she did 3 weeks ago.
You're extremely but that's
so I do my research just like you do your research. I don't watch every live. I have a life outside of this app. I'm not on live all day, every day. The past couple of days I did stream her because she's been fucking wilding out, just like you've been talking about all this stuff.
Yeah, y'all like the crash, but it's because they like the crash outs.
Well, actually, no, I haven't really watched the crash out. I was busy cussing her out because she was lying on me. You don't understand. My commentary, I'm not watching for crash outs. I'm upset with her because she's lying on me.
What does it matter? If she holds no value to you, why does her opinion of you matter is the point. It's Gabby. What can she do? Exactly. What could it, in her opinion, you're lying on her.
I'm just as capable of giving an opinion of her as she is of me, though.
Yeah, you are. And you get to go online and do that, but then y'all all try to sue each other. And it's
no, there was no intentions of doing any type of lawsuits until she started retaliating against a justified report to DCF. And she pushed and pushed and pushed that I was named in a book without consent. Now, you're a medical professional and you're a very educated woman, but you don't get to write an autobiography that's based on fact and lie in it at the same time. You don't get to do that. Okay. She's claiming that this book is an autobiography, and she's claimed that she is putting all of it. Look, listen, I can't say a whole lot online. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't.
That's fine. I'll be looking forward to see if.
I don't even know how to reach you other than the messages here.
That's fine.
Yesterday, but I would be more than happy to dive. I will indulge you, ma'am. Your jaw is going to hit the floor. But I will indulge you. I promise. I don't have to lie to you, but I also don't have to give it to all the internet to see either.
You don't. I think that's the best thing to do is to not give it to all the internet. But you can message me.
The CPS thing.
Yeah, I think that I think that if we're actually concerned with people, taking real steps is important. It doesn't have to be blasted on the internet. I think that takes the realness away from it when people use it and blast it on the internet.